Okay, we talk about slice. Now you know that slice can do many things, including palindrome or other string processing. Now what next is there are other string operations. Okay, so some of it you must know. What are they? The strip. The strip is extremely important. Okay, so in order to how can I say, to not verify, to how can I explain to you? Okay, let's say someone send you some string, okay, in the login ID field, okay, and you have to verify whether that login ID field contains any white space, okay, right? Because suppose that the login ID don't have any white space, okay, and this script can clean the leading and trailing. Okay, so I already have this experience. I don't know whether you have this experience. Okay, ER3 login. No one try this? ER3 login. Okay, you type it too fast. After you type a login ID, you type space, and you cannot log in. Okay, you cannot dynamically remove the leading or trailing space. Sucks. Okay, I don't know who buy that. Okay, or who implement it. Another is split. Split is very useful. Split, later on you will see how I use split in order to process the QV string passed by the browser. Okay, so basically you can treat it as a tokenizer. Okay, now if you ask you to write a OS shell, okay, using Python, okay, great, and then immediately split. And with some of the split is even more interesting is an array. Yeah. Okay. So, but how about this? Do you know what will happen if I do this? What will happen? You know this, right? It means split by the space, so it becomes 1, 2, 3 array. How about this? So what is the first token? First token is easy. HE. I hear E. Okay. HE. Then, will there be any token containing L? No, because L is become a delimiter or a separator. So the last token, what is that? O. So that means between HE and O, whether we have the third token or not is a question, right? So never guess. Ask the interpreter. Okay? Let's go. So basically you find two separator, and in between these two separator you find nothing. So give you nothing. Okay? So how about this? How about this guy? What is the point for a puzzle? Why a puzzle? Is it because whether you treat one L or double L? Okay, so let's try it. Yeah, the split will treat the string as a separator. So how do we know? How about I put one more L here? Then you'll understand the double L won't be combined into one. It just look for double L. Okay? So the join is very useful. Okay, the join is to put together from an array of string. Okay, to glue all the things together. And what is the glue? The glue you can use a string to define it. But I hate this. Not very familiar with what I know. It put a glue and then the glue dot join. Okay, usually it's the reverse. It's an array dot and then the string. Okay, I don't know why Python do it in that way. Okay, so it's very strange. Comparison. Comparison is good for Python. No matter it's number or string, they use the same set of comparator. Okay, same set. And logical operator is a little bit hard to remember. Okay, because there's not an N, but N. Okay? And, not N, not N symbol. Not or symbol, but or. Okay? Now, this is a moment of the thing that's very hard to understand. Okay? I give you two. This guy. If you're a first-time Python programmer, you will think that, they are equivalent in Python. Okay? I don't know why they want to invent something like this. Okay? Yeah, we call it chain comparator. Okay? They are equivalent. And the only difference is, what if this is a function? The 2 is a function. Okay? If it is a function, then the first line will only execute that function once. If it is a second line, you'll execute the function twice. Okay? So that depends on your usage. Okay? If that function is okay, this function is always compute the same number, that's okay. But what if that function will compare once and then we execute, inform another, return you another number, then there's a big trouble. Another thing, although I write a bunch of things here, I have a program to illustrate this. Okay? So this is very hard to understand, especially you are a C programmer. You're a C programmer, then you feel that it's extremely awful. Okay? So what is it? This is a Boolean. Right. Let me close this first. Okay? So what is that? I basically print out a statement. I want to do a comparison. Okay? I want to compare true and 0. I want to compare true and 0. Okay? Now look at this PowerPoint. The PowerPoint say that if you have 0, empty string, empty array, empty dictionary, Python treat it as false. Just like C, right? C, you have a null pointer, you have 0, you have something that is empty. C is empty, it's not really empty. Yeah? But so happens that they treat it as false. Okay? Now, how about Python? Python is the same. Other than this, they treat it as true. Now, the problem comes. If that's the case, what is it? What is the best choice? You remember this. Let's say it together. True or false? False. Right? True and false. Of course, false. Okay? Next. False. Next. True. Another one. Hello or world? True. Here. True. Okay, so I reload the page. 哇，做咩啊 ？connect 唔到喂。Okay. True and 0 is 0. 玩嘢 ，okay. False and hello is false. Hello and world is world. Hello or world is hello. 0 or 1 is 1. Is it just like random? Sometimes it's first guy, sometimes it's second guy. Okay, so very confusing, huh? But if I put an if statement there, what will happen? Put an if statement here, what will happen? Okay, so let me choose a true guy. True guy. This is this guy, right? This is supposed to be true. We both think that it's true. Copy. If this guy and hi. Okay. We say hi. Okay. So where is my browser? Oh, here. Is it random? No, it's not random. There is a rule. There's a rule, very clear rule. The rule says that if that value define the value not define, determine I should use. If that value determine the value of the Boolean operator, it will become its return value. Oh. Do I need to say it again? In Cantonese? 有兩個 variable， 其中一個會決定嗰個 Boolean equation 嘅最後答案，嗰個就係個 return value 啦。Then look at here again. True and zero. Who determine the final value? Not true, right? If it's true, I cannot depend on true and say that the final value is true or false. I need to look at zero again. And zero determines its value as false. So zero. False and true. False, okay, you win. Okay, false and no matter what is false, so you win. So false. However, after I evaluate hello is still not a determining factor because it's actually from left. I need to look at the right guy. So this time we return word. How about or? This guy is true. Then I don't need to say anything about this guy. So the determinant is hello. Here, it's like this. So what is the consequence of what's the lesson? The lesson is don't treat it the same as C. Okay? If you think that it's the same as C, it's totally nonsense, right? It's just like wow, it's just a random. Or sometimes it's hello, sometimes it's world. Huh? No, it is not the case. Okay? That's why I hate Python. Huh? Python make us C programmer in a very painful way. I want to do this when you forbid me, okay? Yeah. Need some time? Need something to discuss? No? Good? So, how about if then else? If then else, we use indentation, okay, to determine what? To determine the code level. I shouldn't say code level. Code block level, okay? So, let me first finish one of the argument. The argument there is a PEP. This is the recommendation expected. Maybe I Google it. I can't remember its long name. Okay. What? Philippine? Any this ambiguous page? Python. Python enhancement proposal. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember this term. Okay. So look at this style guy. The style guy already have this question very early. Okay. Tape or space? Space are the preferred indentation method. That's all. Okay. So if you are a Python programmer or you meet some Python programmer, they already adjust the VIM so that when they take the tab, immediately become two space. Okay. So we don't need to argue anymore. It's a recommendation. Okay, but I still use tab. I still a C programmer. So then what happened next is we need to talk about how to do if then else, right? Very easy. If then else is just the same as other languages. No much difference except that this is for first time Python programmer. Remember this colon. I fall into this trap many times. Okay? When I deploy the Dolby, 500 error, 500 there's an internal server error, and the reason is I missed this semicolon. Okay? So remember, every time after you finish the condition, there is a colon. Okay? And if you don't have any condition, you still need a colon. That's all. Okay? And some other things like the return, you already know. I don't need to explain to you. There is a return. Okay? Or you can write recursion. No problem. Okay? So this is Python. Now, what else? I finished already. What else is something that really puzzled some of the earlier first-time Python programmer? Okay. Tell me, what is the output? Is it 10, 20, and 2? Or 10, 20, 10? 10, 20, 2? Or 10, 20, 10? Or you have the third choice. First choice is segmentation fault. There's no segmentation fault. Arithmetic error, okay? If you don't want to think of it, look at the bubble. The bubble that right here. Okay? So Python is very interesting. There is no statement saying that you are trying to declare a new variable, okay, or I just type it wrong, okay? There is no thing as you type something wrong. Let's say I don't know why, okay? While you're doing a programming, let's say there's a program, okay? You originally say that, oh, hello equal to haha, okay? And then suddenly you spell it wrong. Hello, okay, equal to hi, okay? Then hi will never appear when you print hello. Okay, because you spell it wrong. Okay? Python don't have a declaration operator, unlike JavaScript. JavaScript has a declaration operator called var, right? VB, even VB has a div, okay? So Python don't have that. So how Python will judge this line 5? It will judge it as you want to create a local variable called y. Okay? It's not updating the global variable. Okay? And this is a thing that also being adopted in PHP. PHP also has this kind of a thing. Okay? Now, what happened after I execute this? Where's my box? Here. Okay. Function scope. So it becomes 10, and the 2 here is only local. So you will do a double it. Okay, become 20. Now what's next is the 10 didn't change. So if you really want to have a global variable, okay, you want to enjoy, you know, although many people say that don't write global variable, don't use it, okay? If you love to, define it, just like you write PHP. PHP is also like this. Okay, you want a global variable, you explicitly say that there is a global variable, and when I write this statement, I don't mean that I am going to create a new variable called y, but I use the global scope. Okay? And then what will happen to this program? This program will give you something different. Okay? When I say it's global, it will give you 10 and 20, and y will be updated to 2. Okay? So this is only a little thing that I want you to remember. Okay? I know that you want to use global variable, okay? Yeah, because I always use this. And array, I don't need to say too much about this. But array is very powerful. You can have an array of array, okay, and also an array of multiple types. At least 4, okay. You have a numeric value, and then a string, and then a Boolean value, or even append another list, okay, or an array, okay. I love to call it array. So what are the functions, okay? This page is only for you to look up, okay? I don't want to talk about it every time, okay? There are, there's append, there's extend, so on and so forth, okay? I guess usually you will just sort, okay? Very easy, you don't need to write bubble sort anymore, okay? Pop yourself and use pop, I guess. You will always use length, okay? let's say you want to know the length of an array, okay, then you use length. Then what's next? Next is, of course, we have if then else, then we will talk about for loop. Okay, I don't want to talk about while loop, it sucks, okay? If you have for loop in Python, okay, I cannot imagine that there is a way, unless you want to do some counting, okay, then you will require while loop. Usually you will work with some data, right? And the in operator in Python is perfect. How perfect it is, okay? It can do something like this. For I in number, then it will loop through all the content automatically, okay? And this is not the end. You can use this in another way. What is that? I didn't show you before, okay? I can use for, maybe I declare the string first. String is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? For I in S, print I. Even string, we can do this, okay? So do you still need an index? No, we don't need any index anymore, okay? And here, do you need any index anymore? No, you don't need any index anymore. But if you insist you want to have index, then you have to use this, right? I will say the very most frequently appear functions called range, okay? Range is nothing special, it's just a create a list, okay? The range, let's say range 3 will create 0, 1, 2, okay? You can have a arbitrary start, not always 0. You can start with 1 and then go to 5 and it take each step as 1. You can increment the step by 2 so that you change it to 2, then you will become 1 and then plus 2 become 3. 3 plus 2 is 5, but 5 is out of range. Okay, so you only have 1 and 3. Okay, so with this, that means that you write range length number. So what is that? Length number is the width of the array or of the list. The list is 5. So you will generate another list by this range 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And use that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use index of this array. And that's all. Okay? And I tell you the truth, I seldom use this. I seldom use the one below. I usually use the upper one. Okay? Too powerful. Okay? So, you can do it by yourself at home. I just think of a very stupid example, but within 10 lines you can finish it. What is that? Okay? So there's a quick test. There is a list of lists and array of array. Okay? And for Python, array of array don't need to be just like mechanical. Okay? Array of the first element is another array of 4. The middle one is an array of 4 again, and the last one is not necessary to be the 4 element, but 1. Okay? So what I'm going to ask you to do, okay, the input is always this format, maybe a 3 array, maybe 4, maybe 5, okay, but it's always an array of array. And I want you to calculate the average of each guy, okay, and produce another array. So basically, the last for loop. Just use for loop in that guy, okay, and then you can calculate the average, okay. You can think of a rough sketch, okay, and you can finish it by yourself at home, okay. I won't push you guys to do it. I want to do a quicker illustration in lecture. Another data structure, dictionary. I love this, okay. Basically, there's a hash table, okay. I can map a string to an array. I can map a number to a string. I can map whatever things I want, okay. So what is the operation? The operation, I make it shorter, okay, because this time I want to talk about it. The dictionary, what is a dictionary? Dictionary is something like this. I write it before. Yeah. I write it before some pages before. Where is it? 42. Okay, here. This is a list. Okay, so you can have some string and then a double quote and then its value. So a key map to a value. Now let me go back to 40 something. Okay, what are the operations? Okay, why I want to say about the operations? Because the operations now have more meaning. D, let's say this too. Okay, D is a dictionary. Dictionary is an object. So the object dot keys basically return you all the keys, an array of keys. Or you don't want the keys. You want to map the value. You can have a D values. Okay. Or you don't like a particular value inside your dictionary, you delete it. Yeah, very powerful, right? You delete it. Okay? Now, what is the for loop if I play with the dictionary? Basically, I don't know why, okay? I don't know how come I cannot control it, okay? If you do a for loop, okay, let's say for what in D, it's always loop the key, not looping the values, okay? In case you really want to loop the values, please do this, okay? Retrieve all the values, then you can loop the values, okay? Or by default, you loop the keys. So if in this case, loop the keys, I will need to access every key using this D and then square bracket and a key, okay? Now, of course, I give you another exercise. This exercise I want you to do with you guys, okay? To have a brain practice. This is a very important concept in doing search engine called reverse index or reverse. How can I say it's called reverse index? It's let me talk about what is a search engine. Okay, search engine when you go to a web page. Okay, so you are Google. Google has tons of keywords in your hand, right? Then you have a document. You look for every keywords and count how many keywords inside that document. Okay? So then, let's say you will generate, let's say I have a book one. Book one, I have a keyword called computer, programming, and algorithm. I just ignore the counts, okay, to make the case simple. Okay, I ignore the count, I just know that that word appeared in this book. Another book is, let's say, discrete math algorithm. Okay? And so forth. We have many books like this. Now, what is going on? In Google search, you won't search for that book and tell me what are the keywords, right? You usually look for type algorithm. Then you want which hyperlink contain algorithms, right? So basically, there's a reverse of the process that Google look for the information. So Google, after they compute this list, they will reverse it. So that means this is an index, but in a reverse way. What is the reverse index? It means for every keywords, I will put it in this manner. Compute another hash table. I'm doing another dictionary. Keyword map to a list of documents or books that contain that keyword. Can you do it? How? This makes sense. This is exactly what happened inside search engine. Okay, the previous average is just a lousy joke. Okay, this is not a joke. How to do it? Let's type it together. Together means that you control me how to type it. Okay. So let's say I have a definition. What is the function name? Reverse index. So the input is the dictionary. Spell it out is okay. Don't type dic. Dic is the class. Okay. Or maybe D. Okay. Too long. Okay. Dictionary too long. D. Okay. So how to start? How to start? Seems to be very difficult. Huh? I have a dictionary of book mapped to keyword, but now I want keyword mapped back to book. In C, I know that you know how to do it. Okay. In Python, how to do it. I type one more, okay? The output. the output, the empty dictionary. Okay, I have an empty dictionary as an output, so eventually I will type return output. Okay. What's next? What's next? So you need to loop, right? Loop what? You don't have too much things to loop, right? You only have a D to loop. For key in D, right? You don't have any choice, right? But after you do the loop, what should we do? Now I have a, for key in D means that I extract the book name now, or the document name. I know the document name, okay? But, okay, so, but what is this guy? The key is document name, but I have a longer list of keywords of this guy. So what should we do? What should we do? For, okay, for what? For this time I'm running out of thoughts, okay? What you want to name it, I will call him out, okay? Yeah, this not good, okay? For Kiki, okay? What name do you want to have? Haha, okay. Okay, haha. Okay, ha ha. Okay. Then what? Then I basically loop into a book and loop through every keyword. Now, that means that I have a handle of every keyword, right? So this haha is basically every keyword. Should I do this? Should I do this? Oh, sorry. You're right. Type it too happy. Okay. Should I do this? Think about it, huh? Maybe you need a paper or a pencil, or think about it. What does this mean? This means that I create a new key mapped to something. Right? But map to what? Map to what? This, look at the PowerPoint. I want you to have a hash. Why I always say hash? Okay. I want you to have a dictionary. I can already pull out this keyword algorithm. But the algorithm now mapped to an array. Right? So what should we do? Like this? It seems to be not okay, right? Because every loop, I just create an empty array. I should put something in. What is the thing that I should put in? This guy, right? I should put in this guy. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have this kind of examination, or you all will die. Okay. So what's next? Next should be something like this, right? It's equal to an array, but it seems to be so strange. Can I type something like this? It seems to be not okay, right? So what should we do? Maybe we now have two cases. One case is whether the array exists or not. We don't know. Right? If the array exists, then we can use some array method, append, to append it into the existing array. Okay? But we don't even have the array exist. So it is time for me to introduce you if I don't like haha. Okay, haha is so stupid. Okay. Yeah, if haha. Okay, if haha in output. What is the meaning? Still remember, output is my target. Okay, and this haha is so happen to be a member of the keyword. Basically, I want the keyword to be a new key. So I have to check whether this key exists. Okay? If it exists. If it not exists, then create an array. Did I take anything wrong? No. Okay. So if it doesn't exist, then I create it. Then what? Then easy. Append. Append what? A key. Oh, okay. Append key. Oh, done. Yeah. Am I done? Right. This is Python. How many lines? Just 10 lines. Okay. Then I finish this. Supposed to be a Google main task. Okay. I have a list of keywords from each document. I reverse it. Think about it. If I ask you to write a C program, okay, you're thinking, C program, I need to do a linked list of malloc or other things that I also have some example. Yeah, this is the way, okay? So that's why this is not a joke, okay? Google, I don't know whether there is a relationship, but Google really start their business with Python. Their first generation of the search engine really start from Python, okay? And you can look at the book called Googleplex. Okay, it's a Googleplex book. Okay, that book tells you that they start with Python, and then they think that it's not the way, okay, because Python is still going to be slower and slower. Okay, then they change. Okay, but they start all the business like this because you can see the power. You can see the power. Okay, I mean not on the power, but I can write complex things in fewer codes. Okay, of course, if I have time, I can teach you how to write a functional language. Then you will use even fewer code to write even more complex things. Okay, but I don't have the time now. So maybe I stop. Okay, so all the remaining are the I/O streams, and then I will show you the regular expression. Because later on, I will use regular expression to process the CGI string. Okay? So that's it.